G'day, my name is Heidi and I'm here to talk all things speed puzzling. Today's video is specifically designed for those people who are traveling to the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships in Spain for the first time. I have been twice now and I'll be going again this year, and there are some things that I wish I had have known before I traveled that I'd love to share with you today. Now, the first thing and the most important thing to be mindful of is how are you going to get your puzzles home? You might be thinking, well, I'm only competing in a few races. I'll only have, a few puzzles to bring home. There's no issue. But let me assure you, you will be bringing home way more puzzle than you anticipated. The first year I competed, I brought home 11 puzzles. The second year I brought home 22 puzzles, and my friend brought home 47 puzzles. So if you're thinking, oh, I won't need extra space and so forth, think again. You will be given puzzles from your race. You might purchase extra puzzles from either the event itself or from stores nearby. You might be given puzzles that you win because maybe you finish in the top 10 or 20. And we were also given puzzles as a volunteer last year. We were given a 2,000 piece puzzle, which I think weighed like 2 or 3 kilos. So you must consider logistically, how am I going to get these puzzles home physically and financially? What is the best method for me to bring these home? Are you going to take a second suitcase packed inside a larger suitcase? Are you going to pack one of those small fold-up bags that folds up into a small pocket and opens up into a larger bag? That's what I do. Are you going to ship your puzzles home via the post office? One thing to be very mindful of is that it is a lot cheaper to pay for extra baggage before you travel. Now, I have seen people get stung or extorted at the check-in counter at the airport because they've exceeded their baggage allowance. Most airlines have a 20 kilo baggage allowance. And if you are traveling just on your own with one suitcase, chances are you're going to have more baggage to come home with all of your jigsaw puzzles. Okay, the second thing to think about is remember your ziploc bags. Now, I take a box, a multi-bag box that can fit 50 bags in it, and I give them away to my neighbors when I'm puzzling next to people in the solos or the pairs. I give them to my teammates. But when you are bringing home dozens of jigsaw puzzles, it makes sense to have your Ziploc bags. Also remember to bring things like your timer, your box stand. Now, this is a box stand that I use. It's a little plank of wood that has grooves in it to place your box stand, your sorting trays, your earrings. Remember to bring all of those with you. Now, if you're one of those people that likes to swap pins and little badges, there are a lot of people that love to swap their badges and pins. So if you are one of those people, then by all means, remember to bring those along with you. Now, getting to the dome. It's the World Jigsaw Puzzle Champs are in a regional town called Valladolid. It's about an hour's northwest of Madrid. And the best way to get there is via train. So if you are unsure about how to get there, I recommend that you download this app called Trainline. It gives you all of the trains throughout Europe, all of the different train companies. You can sort by time, date, and budget. And it's how I traveled throughout Europe extensively using this particular app. If you can't get a train, there are buses, so don't panic. You can still get a bus, which is probably about a 2 or 3 hour bus ride compared to about 1 hour on the train. Now, when you get to Valladolid and you get to the dome, let me assure you, it is hot. When you have collectively a few thousand people all puzzling or all in one confined space, it does get very, very warm. So I would recommend that you wear layers. Generally speaking, in the mornings, it's a bit cold, it's a bit fresh. and walking home to my hotel in the evening, it's a bit cold, it's a bit fresh. So I will wear a jacket and long pants, but when I'm actually puzzling, I will bring shorts and my t-shirt. I remember last year in the pairs competition, especially in the first few minutes when everybody's flipping and the nerves are high and the adrenaline is high, I remember dripping sweat onto the table. That's how hot I was. So bring layers. The other thing to be mindful of is that if you have traveled extensively through Europe, and I have traveled extensively throughout Europe, especially Spain, I did notice that in places like Madrid or Barcelona and other tourist places, most people speak English. However, in Valladolid, I noticed not many people did speak English. So I would encourage you to learn some phrases in Spanish, or you might have to get your interpretive dance skills handy, or get your translator app. I couldn't have got by without it. I mean, I do have a friend who is Spanish that is my pairs partner, and she helps translate a lot of things, but when she's not with me, I do find that having my translator app handy does help. Last and most importantly, you can buy merchandise at the back of the room. I've got hoodies, I've got t-shirts. They have an extensive range where you can make your own merchandise with stickers and stamps and so forth. So I encourage you to buy some merchandise when you're over there. And I will be at this year's Worlds. So if you happen to see me, come up and say hi. I'd love to chat. In the meantime, happy puzzling and good luck.